My mug says hello weekend even though it's Thursday, but I don't care. Hello, today I'm talking about Becoming by Michelle Obama. This book was so good. So I've been a fan of hers for a long time just because I think as a first lady, she was so like full of grace and she was smart and like Harvard educated and nothing like the people we have in the White House right now, if you know what I'm saying. I was in 5th or 6th grade when Obama was elected, and when his second term ran out, I was a sophomore in college. So from the time I was like 10 until I was maybe 11. From the age of 11 until 19, the Obamas were in the White House. So I basically grew up knowing who the Obamas were, and I've just always thought Michelle Obama was the coolest lady. She seemed like a great mom. She's so eloquent and well-spoken. Some first ladies pick a cause. Melania Trump didn't, but who can blame her? But Michelle's was like getting kids to eat better, because especially in like poorer areas, it's hard to have access to good, healthy food. And so her big mission was to tackle childhood obesity. And I thought that was a really cool thing because in my schools especially, we were eating better lunches and eating less fatty foods. And it was really cool. Like, I liked that. That was a good cause and a good goal. What I'm saying is, for a long time, I thought she's been super cool. When she wrote this book, I was like, I obviously have to read it. Like, I think she's just one of the most influential and beautiful people, like beautiful on the inside and outside clearly, but beautiful on the inside people that has ever been like the face of our country. Do you know what I mean? This book, 5 out of 5 stars. So amazing. Oh my God, she's a wonderful writer. Sometimes when you read a memoir by someone who is not a writer, it shows because the writing is not great. Doesn't mean it's a bad book, but that is not the case here. Michelle Obama is an excellent writer. This whole thing was beautifully written. There's parts in here where she calls out people. She'll call people out by name, be like, yeah, in 2009, this man called me a monkey on live TV. Like, she will say it, she will say their name, she will tell what they did, how they wronged her and her family, and she will say it in the most beautiful way ever, where you're like, wow, girl, that's how you do it. My mom read this and said she wished there was more about her life in the White House. And I disagree. I would say up until I would say this much is about her life pre-White House and this much is about life in the White House. And what I love about Michelle Obama is that she's so goddamn normal. You know, she grew up in a super normal family. Her parents were together for years. They stayed together until her father died, unfortunately, of MS. She and her brother were raised in a super normal neighborhood in Chicago. Like, this was kind of before the South Side was, you know, this scary thing we consider it today. But she's from the South Side of Chicago. She got into Princeton because she was a gifted high school student. Her brother also went to Princeton, played basketball there. And I love that she's not afraid to say exactly who she is, because she's like, I was a really good student, yeah, but like I got B's and, you know, I wasn't like a genius. And she says about how she barely got into Harvard, like she got in off the wait list. Like, I love that she says that. She's like, yeah, I'm Michelle Obama, but I almost didn't get into Harvard, you know, like I'm just like anyone else, you know, but she did get into Harvard, so obviously she is a Princeton and Harvard educated woman. And then I didn't know this, but she met Barack because he was actually working for her, and in the beginning, she did not like him. And I think that is so funny, and she's so honest about it. She says he was late for his first day, he had a weird name, and just like, she's like, yeah, I was not attracted to him at all. For like the longest time, he was just like my employee. And eventually, of course, they fall in love. And oh, it's the sweetest love story ever. And also what I didn't realize, like Barack, I don't know exactly how old he was when he became president, but he was quite young to be president. And so he and Michelle, basically as soon as they were married, he was into politics like right away. He was a state senator. That went kind of not great. And then he was a senator for the state of Illinois. And she makes it very clear in this whole book, I do not like politics. It is a bunch of name calling. Like, we have been put through so much as a family. And I like that she's like, I am not about politics. And she said there was a moment in time when Trump was running back in 2016 where people were like, Michelle Obama, please run for president. Please, we need another Obama in office. And she says at the end of the book, she's like, I will never do that. I hate politics. Like, no. And I just think it's cool that she's not afraid to say that. Just like, my husband was a president, but politics are stupid. And I'm like, good for you. Another thing that I loved about this book is she is so clearly like obsessed with her daughters, and not in like a, when I say obsessed, I mean not in like a smothering way, but she tried her very best to be a good mother and to make their lives as normal as possible while they were in the White House, which is really hard to do. But she, you know, because like the Secret Service had to drive her kids to school every day. Like, that's not normal. But she made sure that they could always go to sleepovers and that they could always, like Malia was on the tennis team, and I think she said Sasha was on the swim team, and Sasha played basketball, and like if they wanted to go on vacation with their friends, they could do that. Like, because they were really little when their dad was elected president. And she's like, we ripped them from their school and their friends in Chicago, and we moved them to DC. She's like, I just wanted them to feel like they had a normal life. And for the most part, it seems like they did. And her daughters, no scandals. I mean, I think there was like a picture of Malia smoking a cigarette one time, but like, of all the things that could happen in the White House, these people never had a single scandal. They were just the most like elegant, graceful, smart people. And oh my God, I miss the Obamas so much. I know you said you wouldn't do it, but please reconsider. I have nothing bad to say about this book. It was amazing. The only thing that was upsetting to me is that we know how it ends, and that is that Donald Trump is elected president of the United States. And she makes her disdain for him clear in this book, but like I said, again, in the most elegant and friendly way possible. Loved this book. Please, if you like the Obamas, or if you have been a fan of Michelle Obama like me, highly recommend this book. I loved reading it. It is quite thick. Took me several days to read it, but I loved every second of it. Highly recommend. So that is my review on Michelle Obama Becoming. Quickly, I did pick up a few spooky books for Halloween. Let me get them. So there aren't a lot of huge like book YouTubers out there right now, but two of the bigger ones are Noelle Gallagher and Kat. I don't know her last name, but her channel is called Paperback Dreams. And anyway, Noelle recommended this in one of her recent videos, and I remember they turned this into a movie and the movie bombed, but she said the book was really good and spooky, and it's murder mystery, and I am all about that for Halloween. Today is the first day of Halloween. Today is the first day of Halloween. Today is the first day of October, which to me is the first day of Halloween. But anyway, I'm gonna read The Snowman. I also picked up from the library, which is open again, thank God, The Exorcist. If you haven't seen the original movie from like the 70s, go watch it. It'll scare the crap out of you. And hopefully the book does the same. I love a good spook. And then this, I can't remember if it was Kat or Noelle or both who recommended this book, but also I think Georgia Hardstark from My Favorite Murder also recommended it. So apparently it's really good, and that is Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I have read one other book by her. I can't remember what it was, but I remember I liked it a lot. I can't remember the title. What was it? Anyways, these are the books I'm planning on reading so far for Halloween. Some spooky, some murder mystery. It is, like I said, the first day of October, and it is freezing outside in Fargo right now. Like, it's beautiful, like it's sunny, but it's 45 degrees. So I'm in my cozy sweater, drinking my coffee, and I have my electric blanket turned on and waiting so I can go read some more. I don't have class till 5 p.m. tonight, so I got some time. Thank you for watching, and Michelle Obama, I love you.